Hi beautiful one, welcome to your monthly twin flame unconditional true love reading for January 2016. It's incredible to see you. I'm just having a little bit of a shuffle before we get going. I hope you had an incredible December. I hope you're having an incredible holidays. I hope you are celebrating you and who you are. I hope you are in love with you, with life, with everything. I hope you are allowing yourself to shine. I hope you are allowing others to shine by allowing you to shine. And I love you and welcome to January 2016. So, just a little bit of a shuffle through, then I'm just going to get these cards out and see what happens for the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. The Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine energies exist within both of us for me. And for the purpose of this reading, their aspects, they are male and female, but it also kind of feels like it represents duality or just differences, light and dark, good and bad, all of those kind of things, all the the contrasting ends of the spectrum of life. For me, recently in these readings, it feels as though when we balance the masculine and feminine energies, when we reach a kind of neutral position, then it's as though our most natural energy rises. And that's what I've been starting to coin the true feminine or the true masculine, or the divine feminine or the divine masculine, really, is this kind of very free, very intuitive, very inspired feminine that rises powerful, and masculine that rises powerfully. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Right, let's get going. Okay. Bottom of the deck is Judgment. A big card. This came up for the masculine in the last weekly reading I did, which is currently over on Vimeo. I'll put the link below. You can get it for free with the code IAMLOVE, all one word, lowercase. It's a present energy and obviously staying and hanging around for January. And it is all about us connecting to our higher self, our divinity, ourselves as God, hearing the call of us in this angel divine form and this human naked stripped bare form. There is a sensitivity to this card, and this feels like this is a group energy. This is us. Look how many people there are there. This is humanity rising up, listening to the call, heralding there. And it's judgment time. It's ready to get going. A new year, a new opportunity to be and see who you can become. It's a process of continually realizing who we are, because we do not stay still. Life does not stay still. The only constant in life is change. The only constant in you is change, growth, maturation, exploration, evolution. A huge card, Major Arcana for the bottom of the deck, number 20, and a powerful, powerful energy for January. Right, I'm going to put the masculine on this side, the feminine on this side. So let's go. First card for the masculine, the Three of Cups. Second card for the masculine, the Two of Cups. Third card for the masculine, the King of Wands. Right, I'm slightly worried about this shot now. Fourth card for the masculine, the Ten of Pentacles. We just rise that up slightly. Oh, a bit more. Okay. The first card for the feminine, the Queen of Cups. Second card for the feminine, Justice. Again, in the Christmas reading over on Vimeo, Four of Pentacles. Third card for the feminine. Fourth card for the feminine, Ace of Swords. Okay. This shot is a little bit problematic. Just get it a little bit tighter. So, that's better for you to be able to see. Crowning, energy the feminine brings, energy the masculine brings, and the root. We will turn over a bit later. And we are just about good to go. Bottom of the deck, as I said, Judgment. Okay, so that's better. The first card we have for the masculine is the Three of Cups. So this really does feel like celebration. It's group. There's a big group energy going on right now at the moment. So this card can sometimes kind of feel like it's some kind of third person involved in something, but it really does feel like it's just celebration, fun, togetherness. It's about being with other people. It's about taking the connection out to other people. I want to just clarify that if you are here, you are in a united relationship with whomever you consider to be your love. You can't really be here with me unless that is the case, from my perspective. So I'm going to talk to you as though that is the case, because I know that it is. You may not be quite perceiving it that way, but that's okay. But yes, the two of you, the masculine, he feels that there's the two of you together, and he wants to take that out and have some fun. Specifically kind of at the beginning of the month, and you know, it's I'm recording this as the new year kind of comes in, and this is parties, fun, and celebration. A little word about alcohol. Just be a bit careful with alcohol, because it can really throw your balance. It can just put you off balance. That's all it can do. You know, alcohol, essentially we have to be very, very good at, use the analogy of riding our bike. So you have to be really good at kind of like riding your unicycle before you start drinking too much, because it just kind of does throw us off balance. So you've got to be really good, really connected to yourself, to your divinity, to your body, embodied and grounded, to be able to kind of play with life, with alcohol, in a way that just can kind of, you know, put you a little bit off balance, to see how good that connection is. So just a little bit of advice there, a little bit of information about that. The first card we have for the feminine for the month of January is the Queen of Cups. She is the unconditional lover. She is serene. She is regal. She is true. She is powerful with her emotions. Look at that cup. What I love about the Queen of Cups, that cup she has. If you look at the cups in the other cards there, and the Three of Cups and the Two of Cups, they're just kind of quite simple cups. This embellished cup that the Queen of Cups holds, it's kind of like the Uber cup, the Cup of Cups, the King of the Cups, you know? She is the Queen of Cups, and she kind of, you know, the King of Cups he kind of holds the normal cup. She has the kind of embellished version. And it is this feminine energy that maybe we do kind of embellish our emotions sometimes in our feminine energy. But she's feeling expressive. She's really grabbed a hold of her emotions, and she's kind of honoring them. The way she's looking at them, she's kind of interested in them. And she's not necessarily interested in making them other people's business or making them other people's fault, including the masculine. She's really owning it. There's a slightly subdued energy to this, so it feels as though the feminine may not want to play and celebrate and get out there in the community quite as much as the masculine. But the Queen of Cups energy is so kind of generous that she will be kind of fine and okay to go with the flow. But she honors her own self and her own emotions and her own feelings first before she decides to do anything for anybody else. So, yes, just take that into account and remember that. After the masculine kind of, you know, has his party and has his fun, with the feminine, he wants to do it with her 100%. He's there. Then he wants to Two of Cups it. This is a very strong sign of union, togetherness, face-to-face contact, and really seeing each other with these huge cups of emotion, of love, of truth, of flow, of healing, of knowing. Just the way those two are looking at one another. A very beautiful, powerful, serene energy there. And I'm just kind of interested to kind of stay here a bit and have a little look at that. If you'll just kind of stay here with me and have a little look at that card and just breathe that in. It's stunning. It speaks for itself. Notice how grounded these two are. Notice how knowing they are. Notice how individual and together they are. And notice how the masculine's hand is kind of caressing the feminine's cup. He extends a little bit of an olive branch to her slightly more across that slight separation between them. And that winged lion head, the the healing, the power. It's really rising in the masculine, this real understanding of partnership. And for the feminine, and this is a reiteration of the Christmas reading that I gave last week, the Justice card for the feminine. She brings and realizes the completion and togetherness in an easy and whole way of all her relationships, including this one. Justice will be done. Justice is being done. The sword of truth, the scales of balance, the right thing, the thing that feels right in her heart is here. And there's just this kind of peace here, and I just feel like I kind of want to leave it there, to be honest. What more is there to discuss? What more is there to be than this fun community party and this love, this knowing and giving of oneself, this generosity, this embellishing and gilding of our emotions and feelings and life, and this balance and truth and completion. Where else is there for us to go? Well, there's always more. As I said at the beginning, there's always more, there's always expansion, so we keep going. It ebbs and flows, it comes into a different place. So the third card for the masculine here is the King of Wands. He still wants to have more fun. I feel as though he may want to have some more fun away from the feminine. He wants to go out into the world, into his own world, and create some more interest, some more play, some more creativity. This could be career, this could be, it feels kind of, it's creative, but it feels kind of career based, but he's doing it for us. He's doing it for the both. He's taking it out. He's fired up. He's fired up. He's ready to go. He wants to take this out into the world. The feminine, though, she's feeling a little bit introverted. She's feeling a little bit lackful even. She may be holding on. He wants to take it out. She's feeling a little bit insecure about it. She wants to hold on to all these pentacles. I think it's because she gets what she wants. The feminine gets what she wants. And when we get what we want, we think, oh gosh, I must now stay still. I must stay still, hold on to this and not move, because if I do, it's going to change and I'm not going to have what I want anymore. And it's kind of like, you know, I'm reminded of, you know, when people, they're quite overweight and then they lose a lot of weight and then they have a goal weight basically, and they get to it and then they just don't know what to do because they don't really know how to maintain that weight. They think, oh, if I eat like I did before or whatever, or they're on a diet or, you know, whatever. You restrict your eating and then, you know, it's kind of like you get you achieve what you want to achieve. And then that is a kind of scary prospect. What do I do? What do I do now I have everything that I want? You know? So the feminine kind of is playing this kind of, I don't know if you know about the mannequin challenge. You know, she's just kind of trying to hold on to stop things from kind of slipping away from her. But the consequence of that is it seems as though the masculine kind of goes off away from her. So, and he will. He's going to kind of do that anyway. And it's a bit of a chicken and egg situation. Does he go off and play and create and want to do his stuff because she's being a bit introverted and a little bit stuck. It is a bit of a stuck energy. It's a bit of a holding on energy. It's not a very generous energy. And he wants to kind of get out there. What comes first? Does she perceive that he's going and then she tries to hold on? It doesn't really matter. But, the advice is always to be as generous and as free and as fun as you can. I'm not going to lie. I'm on the masculine side here. Go, 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 go. Play, have fun. And also, it doesn't really matter if the feminine's feeling a bit kind of insecure and a bit, a little bit stingy with stuff, that she wants to just kind of not, stand still and not let anything go, then cool. There is this idea as well that maybe there isn't enough money, there aren't enough resources, a feeling there in the feminine. And so it's like, oh, he wants to go out and do all this stuff, but I can't because I don't have what I need. Feels like there's a bit of a narrative there as well. And, I'm going to hook this King of Wands up with this 10 of Pentacles, because this is about completion. This isn't, again, about having everything that you want. This is about financial abundance, an abundance of time, an abundance of joy, an abundance of community, abundance of love, an abundance of those little twin dogs there, those little twin greyhounds or whatever they are. And there's this kind of beautiful, wise figure here, observing. And this does feel like this little kind of God figure there, just always in the background, supporting. And there is this sense of absolute abundance here in this card, and it does seem to be connected to this King of Wands, and it's just a great, great energy for the masculine. Everything is here. And I think there's just a little thing playing out here for the feminine and the masculine, where he kind of teaches her that by getting out there and being creative, we achieve this sense of abundance, by being generous, by being playful, by getting out there, going out into the world, not necessarily always going into one another. And, it makes sense. It comes after this Two of Cups. So it's that infinity symbol that I tend to kind of use. It's like we go in to togetherness and then away into more exploration in a separate energy. And it's very important to kind of keep discovering ourselves as one and then discovering ourselves as individuals. This is, the enlightened path. It's not about attachment or non-attachment. It's about the journey in and out of both. I love us. It's kind of like I love us, I love me, I love us, I love me, I love us, I love me. And it's and that's not just between the masculine and the feminine in our relationships, but kind of us and the world. The one, we are all one, the one and the one, There are two ones. There's the one that is us, and there's the one that is I. And really it's this kind of playful, beautiful journey between the two, and that's kind of consciousness. That is what consciousness is for me. It's that movement, the awareness of those two things and the movement between the two. And this is what, anybody associating with a twin flame experience, deep soulmate, connections, unconditional love connections that can seem to be problematic and difficult and challenging. It is a process of awareness, of consciousness, of knowing what we truly are, which for me is love. That's also what consciousness is. It's love. It expands, it explores, it plays. So, yes, it is as though the Masculine's a bit more playful, but he achieves so much more in that playfulness. It's not as though the feminine doesn't achieve that. She is very much with him. Very, very, very much with him. Everything he does, everything involved here involves the two. This involves the two of them. 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 And a little child there, and the couple of dogs. And he, you know, this masculine energy is just on a roll, high, feeling great. And so is the feminine, but she's kind of being a little bit more explorative, a little bit more, if that's even a word, a little bit more curious about maybe herself. Maybe there's a little bit. It is a bit more of my dreams come true, oh gosh, rather than, oh, my dreams come true, let's go, go, go. The feminine reaction is a bit like, oh no, let's stay still. But in that stillness and in that holding on, she does find some extra truth, and she does find her own sense of victory. And maybe she's just a tiny little bit different to the masculine. And the main kind of message here is just don't worry if you feel as though, feminine, that the masculine is kind of going off and doing things. And don't worry, masculine, if you feel as though the feminine's holding back and maybe not giving you what you want or going inward, or she's just feeling that there's kind of a little bit like it's too good to be true. And so there's this kind of, oh, I can't move, I mustn't move. But the truth is powerful, and it just kind of pushes through even further. And it's victory, the sword of victory, the ace of swords, the new beginning, another understanding, another perspective of this truth, of who we are, connected up to that judgment card. Yeah. And, you know, these two are a great team where we're kind of working towards. In this spread, in my creation, and I love this spread. I love this spread. And I know that people do use it, and I want you to. But the way it kind of works, it evolves, it changes. And I read it, it's to be read intuitively. So read it your own way, or devise your own spreads, whatever you want to do. But it does evolve. But in general, the energy moves this way. It kind of starts here and kind of becomes like towards the end of this kind of story of this spread. We kind of end up in these two energies. This is kind of like the frame. And what we're moving towards is these two together. It's a great team. It's a 10 and a 1. It's 2017. 2 plus 1 plus 7 is 10. 1 plus 0, 1. So they're equal. The beginning and the end are the same thing. The completion and the beginning. So, and it's that sense of abundance and togetherness and community and real kind of support, material, grounded, real, united togetherness, marriage, partnership, everything, sharing it, everybody knows about it, and truth and power and victory and breaking through. This sword that the feminine finds in this maybe staying a little bit still. This is this Excalibur. I am the winner. I am the queen. We are regal. We take this forward. We are power. Love is power and truth cutting through. This is what we find for January. This is powerful. Crowning, the Knight of Cups. Be generous with your love. Travel, offer, take it out there to one another, to the world. Gallop through. Winged and joyous. and clear. Look at his face. He's clear, he's focused. He's holding on to that cup tightly. He knows what he's got. He's taking it out there. No, and that little smile on his face, that kind of knowing. There's this kind of just, I know what this is. And I'm taking it out into the world, and maybe there's a bit of a journey to be taken, and maybe it might get a little bit rocky, and it might get a bit hot. It looks a bit kind of desert-like. But there is this beautiful, cool water and this kind of oasis of trees there. And it is this journey, and it's like, take your love out there. That's really what it's about. In January, take your love. Anywhere it will be received. And receive it too. This is about love coming to you, being delivered to you powerfully. Receive it. At the root, the Tower. Again, this is kind of the destruction. So there is still the destruction going on. This card hasn't come up for a long while. But this is, we've got to let go of all the buildings and all the ideas and all the kind of structures that we built that just are not working anymore. It is fear. It's these rubbish buildings and these rubbish structures that we built around ourselves and around our relationships and around the world. These ideas of war and ownership even, you know. I don't believe in ownership, I believe in guardianship. You know? You're just a guardian of something for a while. You're the guardian of the money, you're the guardian of the property, you're the guardian of the material things. But this sense of ownership is very static. When we try to own things, it's like they can't grow. It's like we try to cage these birds. And nothing is kind of happy unless it's free. So we need to understand that things are just using us as vessels. We are just vessels for things to move through. And I see us like prisms. The light of divinity moves through us, and then we all have we're like individual crystals, individual snowflakes and prisms that light moves through and then expands into a rainbow and a spectrum. And so it's not about owning anything. Even an emotion, even an idea about ourselves. It's not about holding on to those things. It's about allowing those things to fall away so that we can just really be free to share ourselves and our love and realize ourselves as love and just share it. This is the energy that's rising this month. So it may feel a little bit tumultuous for a few, still. It may seem as though things are kind of falling apart, still. Let them fall. Let it burn. Let it go. Shed that skin that's holding you in a little bit too tightly. And yes, it may feel sensitive to be naked, to not have this cloak of, it's an illusion of security. But you're going to find the security up here in who you are, for real. Your divine connection. Your individual beauty. The energy the feminine brings is the Chariot. She wants to charge forward. She wants to become more. She wants to know more. She's excited to be in this partnership and this togetherness, in this yin and yang, in this masculine and feminine, in this darkness and light. See those two sphinxes, how they are the same but different, opposite, synchronized. And it really is about this kind of, the Merkaba, the vehicle of spiritual journeying, you know, around the cosmos, around the universes. This is kind of what we are together. How fast can we go? I've been using the analogy of the three-legged race. There is an aspect of togetherness in these powerful, powerful love connections that can be difficult, because it does feel like we're doing a three-legged race where, you know, we're used to running super fast, and then we feel as though we've tied our legs together and we've got one free leg and one leg that's kind of tied. But it does feel incredible to get up that momentum and get up that speed together. And that's kind of what we want to do. It takes time, it takes practice. It takes practice to get good at that kind of, you know, syncopated rhythm of life together in our truth, in our individual intuition, in an intuitive way. And it's difficult to just do whatever we want with somebody else, because really that's the key to our liberation and our happiness. Is really just every second, every moment doing what feels good. But then it's kind of like, well, how do we both do what we want together? And when you do take the time and make the effort to just do whatever you want to do in the moment, no matter what, no matter who says you're selfish, no matter who says that's not spiritual or that's not enlightened or that's not good, you just do it because it's who you are and how you feel. The people that join you on that journey, they are the ones that are vibing with your soul, that love you for real. Yeah, that doesn't mean that if people are judging you and they don't want to spend time with you, that they don't love you. But it's just that in that moment, maybe they're not. You know, maybe in that moment, they're not quite in the love that you're in for you, in the liberation. That's okay. The feminine is powerfully wanting to charge forward. It's a wonderful energy. Let's see where the masculine is. He too wants to journey in. He wants to explore her. He wants to know what he doesn't know. He knows there's more to her than he previously thought. He's excited to explore the cups, his emotion, her, love itself. To explore the world together. These are both kind of travel cards. There's traveling, there's let's go together. There's this song, Time to Say Goodbye. This is the translation in English. And it's Andrea Bocelli who originally sang it. But the original Italian lyrics are Conte partirò, which is me, you know, not pronouncing it correctly, most probably. But it's with you I depart, with you I fly. So it's time to say goodbye seems like some kind of sad way of, you know, ending. But it's not that. It is kind of this energy of taking off together. And this is what's here for January, and this is what's happening. And it's in these divine love, true love, twin flame, soul love partnerships, and it's in us together. As one, as a collective. It's about us, you know, letting go of all this stuff that isn't working, being generous with our love and taking off together in partnership, working with one another, allowing everybody to be who they really are in their individuality, and knowing that we're all connected up to the one divine energy of life that's always moving. And it is this process of surrendering to that and allowing ourselves in our individuality, and in our humanity. Letting all that be true, be right. It's not about our divinity being better than our humanity. It's not about our humanity being better than our divinity. It's not about transcending the ego. It's not about transcending our humanity. It's about allowing our divinity and our humanity to work as one. These bodies, these individual selves, these egos, are beautiful vehicles for the expansion of consciousness and love in the way that I just explained. And we're here to play, we're here to fly, we're here to have fun, we're here to explore, we're here to be who we are and continuously find out more and more and more about who we are as individuals and together. And to be in this love. Outcome card. Ooh, that was easy. 5 of Swords. This came out whilst I was kind of trying to set up the shot and playing with the cards a bit. And it was kind of crowning, it was in the crowning position. And it was interesting because it's a card that I'm going to be honest, I don't really like this card often. But what I'm really getting from this card for everybody and this kind of outcome for January is we've got to just be who we are in our truth, the swords of truth, the swords of thought, the swords of thinking, even if we feel as though it may hurt other people. In this card, there's been some kind of battle. This man is the victor. But he feels as though he's kind of stolen or taken from something, these two, by winning. It's as though as if we win, we take away from somebody else. It's an illusion, it's not true. It is true in the narrative sense, in the sense of the story. There's been a battle, there's a winner, there's a loser. Yeah, I get it. But time kind of shifts things. The loser gains also. You know, it's just not that simplistic. And it really does seem to represent this fear that if I do what I want, other people get hurt. And people will tell you that as well. If you do that, you did this and it hurt me. It's just not true. Everything we do, we choose together. We just do. I don't know, you know, it's just not even to be questioned. Every interaction that happens in the universe is a joint decision, really. And it is always for expansion, which is always a good thing. So this really is about you having the confidence to win and not feel as though you take away from other people. It's also about a little bit of not getting on your high horse and not holding on to the sense that you're the winner either. Because the winner also loses. You know, it's just this idea of winning and losing. And really, it's just about just having a neutral perspective. And we're both the winner and the loser. It just doesn't really matter. It's kind of like it's just a game. You know, just like you might play cards. Oh, you won, I lost. Okay, fine, get over it, you know. The point is the game. The game is fun. And it's just not as simplistic as it looks, but really it's just like be who you are. Don't be afraid to hurt other people because it's just not possible. But for January, that narrative may play out. Some people may feel hurt. But that's okay. Let them feel that. Let them choose that for themselves. Let them go there. Don't try and shield people from feeling as though you have taken some action or done something or taken something away from them, because it's okay and they need to explore that and just let that happen. It is a kind of card of guilt. And if you're exploring guilt, explore guilt. Just don't be afraid to explore any of those kind of slightly difficult things that happen or the impact that it may have by you really freeing yourself up, because you know it really is about that. This love is powerful. This love is beautiful. This love is sometimes destructive. It is kind of destructive, but it's really just about being as creative and as happy as we can in that process, so that we don't have time to feel the loss or the lack of the change or of the destruction, because the creation is just happening. It's really about shifting our perspective into that creative place. So I'm going to pull now a Rumi card for January from this Alana Fairchild, the Rumi Oracle, the Oracle deck that I use, that I find powerful and beautiful. And this is a little bit of a meditative space for you, and a nice little time to just take a deep breath in, really, really deep, right down to the bottom of your belly, right down to the bottom of your spine, right down to that lowest, deepest part of you, and out again. A few times if you want. And let's go for this. What's this one? Wow. And the Rumi card for January is number 41, Victory of Mariam. So the victory here. And I'm just going to read this to you. And the Rumi poem is: if you are longing to caress the moon, don't turn away from it. If you are not ill, why do you crawl under a blanket to hide? You are in a quarry of sweets. Why do you look so sour? You live in the spring of life. Why are you withered inside? Don't fight against yourself. Don't flee from what could be your glory. Like a fearless moth, dive into the flame. Why be linked to your obsessions? Burn out in the flames until your heart and soul are enlightened. Get out of the old carcass and form yourself a new body. Why are you afraid of a fox when you descend from lions? Why be as a lame ass when you have the strength of stallions? The beloved you seek will arrive to open the door to your fortune, for love is the key that opens all your locks. You feel you are mortal, and I know you are divine. You feel you are not ready for the task, and I know that triumph is only moments away. You reach to me for protection, but you are me, and the protection that you seek is already with you. We are not apart. I am living through all that you are and all that you love, all that you have lost, and all that you offer to me in surrender. I am in you as your courage and magnificence, and any task I send to you is simply one of the tasks for which you were born. You are an eagle with wings, ready to soar. So I push you from the cliff top that you may know yourself. This oracle brings you a message of affirmation and success. Your victory is already assured. You are being led to it now. No matter if you believe it is not possible and you are placing more faith in the appearance of distraction or obstacle than in utter success. No matter if you have forgotten for a moment that the divine lives in you, as you, and that apparent failure is only a part of the process, the plan through which learning happens, serving the ultimate holy victory. Yes, your victory is inevitable. So you are being given this reminder from the Holy Mother Mary, also called Mariam, and the beloved divine presence of love that she serves. It is that presence that is real. It is the Holy Mother that is real. It is the divine in you that is real, and all else swirls around you so your soul can play. Every challenge and adventure is an opportunity for you to test your mettle and to be what you are in truth. The eagle that flies requires space and open sky. The tigress that hunts requires hunger to drive her to fulfill her being and live her nature. You need what you need to realize your divine nature as a living, holy expression of the greatest love. So life is providing for you that your needs be met. Whatever may be troubling you, or is soon to present itself, is not a situation or a circumstance meant to bring you trouble. You just need to allow yourself to become more eagle-eyed, beloved wild one. It is not what appears to be that is the source of challenge for you, not at all. It is only how you are viewing the situation. Can you allow yourself to shift perspective? Yes, you know this is truth. It is only in forgetfulness that fear creeps in. Oh yes, to forget for a moment that you are divinity and to lapse into erroneous belief that the challenges are more real than the love they veil. No, the real challenge is in the attitude, not in any circumstance or situation. Will you remember that all is divinity manifesting and nothing exists outside of it? All is perfectly designed to help you fulfill your being, live your truth, experience your power, and reside in the perfection of your divine loving heart. Be curious rather than afraid. What is loving seeking to draw out of you now? It is always love and interaction with you, even if sometimes you feel like you are hauling a massive rock on your back up the steepest of all hills to build a temple at its apex. Yet when that temple is built, overlooking the ocean, and the startling burst of golden orange sunset explodes across the water, turning it gold, you'll forget about climbing that hill. You'll just drink in the view instead. You'll forget what you were supposed to worry about. Oh, don't you hate it when that happens? You'll just have to love in that moment and be peaceful instead. It makes more sense to notice the sunset than to turn your back upon its glory and grumble about how heavy those rocks were. Then, in your inspiration and your forgetfulness, you'll dream of another temple and the process of creation. Perhaps with more lugging about of great heavy rocks, and it will begin again. But then so too will another captivating sunset be granted, best witnessed in your newly built temple that renders you speechless and spellbound. This oracle brings you guidance and comfort. Whatever is going on in your life right now, whether it brings you joy or deepest struggle, is the divine in you, as you, breaking through into your life. Do not hesitate to trust in it. Embrace it fully and let it have its way. There is nothing there that needs to be resisted. You are safe to be wild, to be alive. Live it with love and let it unfold. The promise of success is yours, so allow yourself to be brought to it through the guiding wisdom of love, the life that serves love. There is also a part of you that is daring to love, to live and to trust more so than before. You are even daring to quit the traumatic tendency to relive so many past hurts and aches. You no longer want to taunt yourself with failure and critique. You are less frightened of yourself, so you do not need to sabotage yourself anymore. You are learning love's way and claiming it as your own. That is your path to victory assured. This oracle asks you to trust in your growing optimism, to let the war be over now and put it behind you, even if it means weeping with sweet sorrow and relief for a while. The sunset is golden. The struggle is behind you. Now rest and enjoy the golden glow as you rest with love a long, long while. With your hands in prayer at your forehead, breathe in and out, and if you can, allow your mind to become still. Repeat after me. I call on Mariam, who loves me without condition, to bring me faith, and Rumi, who loves me unconditionally, to bring me oneness with the great beloved. I call upon the unconditional loving wisdom of life and my own divine essence, And I give thanks for all that is. I give thanks for the light that will be born from the darkness. And I give thanks for the fullness of my being coming into expression now. I give thanks for the grace and mercy that guides my way. And I surrender into the love that is leading me into my divine destiny now. So be it. Close your eyes and bow your head to your hands in prayer again, and still your mind, if you can, for several moments. When you feel ready, simply open your eyes. See you over on Vimeo for the weekly. The link is below. I love you all. And thank you for being here. Thank you for receiving. Thank you for creating me as a vessel for these messages for you by being here. Like, subscribe, comment, share, be, fly, love, rest, play. I love you. See you over on Vimeo if you're part of the Vimeo crew. Or I shall see you with the next upload. Love you loads.